Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very well today. In this video, I'm looking at a very cool guitar, heavy twist on a Telecaster. Let's find out what this guitar is all about. Yes, welcome back to the channel, you guys. As I mentioned, we've got a very cool Telecaster with a twist. This is from one of my favorite builders. This is from PJD Guitars. Now, what I like about PJD is, number one, what you get for what you pay. We'll talk about that in a second. And of course, most of his guitars have a Telecaster twist, whether it's his Les Paul style guitar, his Jazzmaster guitar. But this one is the York, and I think this one is the most T-style that I've played so far. And obviously you can get it in different finishes, but the butterscotch and black definitely helps influence me when I look at it and pick it up. But let's find out what this guitar is all about and then plug it in and take a listen. Right, now in a lot of ways, the PJD is a traditional instrument. Starting up on the headstock, obviously T-style vibes there for sure. Vintage style tuning machines, these are Godos, and they have the split heads, so you don't have any string ends poking your fingers or poking and ripping up your gig bag, which is nice. Now on the fingerboard, we got, well, starting here, we've got a bone nut and we got a maple fingerboard, maple neck. And I gotta say, I do love the PJD inlays. They're unique, they're clean, you know, they're classic. There's, yeah, just unique. So I really love the inlays on all the PJD guitars. Really nice satin maple neck there. Very comfortable carve. And one of the non-traditional elements is, of course, that heel joint. So when I pick it up, I sort of feel like, oh, you know, butterscotch black, I'm going to have that T-style experience. But yeah, you got the Allen head screws there as well. And yeah, I pick it up and I'm like, oh, wait a second, I can get to that upper register very, very easy, and it's super comfy. So I do appreciate that. And there are a few contours on the body as well. Now, pickups, they are wound by PJD in their studio. So they're not just slapping any pickups in. These are specific. So yeah, we'll take a listen to them in a second. Should be really good. And again, more of a traditional Tele plate and brass saddles there. CTS pots, Switchcraft switch, and of course an output jack that will never come loose. Love that. And this guitar is insanely light, like very light. I'm gonna say low sevens, possibly into the sixes. This is a very light guitar. Let's throw it on the scale and see what the weight is. All right, let's throw the York on the scale and see what it weighs. Like I said, it feels very light. I just don't know how light it is. Oh my goodness, that's reading 5.9 pounds, 6 pounds. It's right on the threshold of 6 pounds. My goodness, you guys, it's kind of bouncing between 6.1 and 6.0 there. Oh, that's way lighter than I expected. So yeah, insanely light guitar. So yeah, this guitar is insanely light. Now most guitars in that like 5.5 to 6.5 pounds, what I would consider like featherweight guitars, they'll have issues with headstock dives because the bodies are so light. Not so here because of the design of the guitar, very slim headstock, and those Godos weigh almost nothing. And then of course, lots of the wood weight is right back here. So you can put it down and it doesn't dive like that or anything like that. It just stays, I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, it stays level, which is really nice for a lightweight guitar. It handles really nice. I'll link to it down in the video description below for full specs, but like I said, high-end electronics, pots, switches, all that kind of stuff. Let's plug it in and see what these pickups sound like. So here are my final thoughts on the PJD York. Now I've been playing on this guitar for about a month. As you guys know, I like to play on a guitar and really get to know it before I decide whether to put it on the channel or not. And that's how I do most of my reviews, other than like unboxings and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've been playing on this guitar for a while and it's hard to put down. Let's put it that way. It's really fun to play, very easy to play. And it's got a unique body shape while retaining some of those very traditional Telecaster elements like the control panel, the three-way switch, volume, tone, and some great sounding Telecaster pickups. Punchy, but not shrill, not too bright. So I like that. So I can get the traditional Tele tones, especially if I take my picking hand and kind of bring it back, I can get some of that zing. But if I just play in between the two pickups, that bridge pickup is punchy, lots of like it can drive an amp and that kind of stuff, but not too shrill. That's a hard line to follow. And these PJD pickups sound great and a really nice warm low output neck pickup. So it sounds really great that way. Yeah, and as I mentioned, easy to play, holds tune amazing with the bone nut, and the Telecaster design is great for that. Lightweight, as I mentioned, such a nice surprise. You know, I see butterscotch and black and I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna be like a 9-pounder. And you pick it up and you're like, whoa, that is not a 9-pounder. So anyway, love the weight and the balance and that kind of stuff too. In terms of pricing, PJD guitars are all handmade in the UK. Now, as soon as you hear the word handmade, lots of people are like, okay, that's going to be very expensive, myself included. Not so here. I think this one is 1,200 pounds. You check the website. I think it works out to about 1,500 bucks. So to get a $1,500 handmade guitar with all the detailing and stuff that goes with it, I don't know if there's anybody else who's doing it for that price. And it's just like him in his workshop, like total boutique style, which again is what I like about PJD. He's a great guy, Lee, to deal with. So yeah, check out his guitars, handmade, not with crazy handmade prices. Even like the super high-end Les Paul with like the super awesome like flame top and all the ornaments and stuff like that, still like incredibly reasonable. Like we're talking about like a stock Gibson Les Paul or handmade PJD work of art, you know, same price, right? So yeah, I like the value that he adds to his guitars. I like that he has the standard series, which is what this is. There's a bunch of different colors. So yeah, his standard series, 1,200 pounds, I think it is, because he's in the UK. So anyway, yeah, good guitars, great guitars for the money, for sure. Love the tones, love the weight. Also comes with a high quality gig bag. So there you go. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I love to bring you interesting and unique guitars. I also love to feature builders that maybe aren't huge names out there, but deserve to have their guitars, you know, shown far and wide. And PJD definitely falls into that category. Great guitars that deserve to be out there. So there you guys go. I'll link to the guitar in the video description below. Other than that, have yourself a great day. Take care.